Hello everybody! Welcome to the solution video for puzzle number 3. This was something pretty different from what I've done before, and many of you gave this one a shot but proved to be quite difficult. I was hoping to give away $75 total for solving it, but only gave away $50 since just one person was able to finish this one correctly. Congratulations go out to Phil from Detroit, Michigan, who came up with the correct solution just over 24 hours after the puzzle was posted. He won a cool $50 for his efforts. There was a random drawing set up for another $25 prize for everyone else that solved it, but nobody did. So that goes back in my pocket for a future puzzle. Now, let's get to what you came here for, the solution to the puzzle. We're presented with a poem, which we will walk through. Puzzle number 3, posted on July 17th. Your path begins within my poem. 3 verses you must plot. 10 pieces will comprise the code, and X will mark the spot. First, add Nixon's prime 4 times. If you solve that, wow, you're great. Or it could tell you where you are, from Coit to Golden Gate. The next ain't cool or even warm. The far and heights aren't colder. You ought to know just what it takes to make one boil over. The last isn't marvel, but another, if the Romans counted rhymes. And Harmon didn't hack it here, 'twas only done 9 times. If you've figured all this out, you'll know just what to do. Go ahead, reach out and touch someone, like our elders used to do. Three major bits to this poem tell us that what we are in fact looking for is a phone number. In the last stanza, reach out and touch someone, like our elders used to do, it's talking about the act of picking up the phone and making a call. It's certainly something we don't do nearly as much of as we used to do. And to explain it for those born after 1990, the line, "reach out and touch someone," was a very popular ad slogan by Bell and later AT&T.
Reach out, call up and just say hi. Reach out and touch someone.
Don't let those new friends get away. A telephone call now and then will bring them closer. They're waiting to hear from you. So reach out and touch someone. Give them a call.
Also, if you had the patience to watch the puzzle video until the end, the music stops and a pre-recorded operator breaks through.
Please hold. All available representatives are currently busy. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
This tells you that you've been listening to hold music all this time, as if you've been on the phone waiting. Bringing it back to the first stanza, it tells us 10 pieces will comprise the code. A typical phone number that we would dial here in the US comprises 10 numbers. And the 3 verses you must plot tell us that we must use 3 verses to figure out the phone number's area code, prefix, and the last 4 digits. We can assume that since the first stanza is setting all of this up, and the 5th and final stanza is telling us what to do with the information, then the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th stanzas must be the ones we need to decode. The second verse starts out with first, so we know this is where we can start to figure out the area code. This verse all leads to one 3-digit number, but it's giving us 2 ways to do it. One is more difficult than the other, though. The line, "first add Nixon's prime 4 times," is almost as tricky as Tricky Dick himself. Richard Nixon was the 37th President of the United States, but Nixon's prime is not 37. It is the 37th prime number, which if you start from the first one, is 157. Add that 4 times, and you get 628. In the second part of that stanza, it could tell you where you are from Coit to Golden Gate, Both of these are landmarks in San Francisco, Coit Tower and the Golden Gate Bridge. The area codes in use in San Francisco are 415 and 628. If you're in area code 628, you're in San Francisco. So now we have our area code, 628. Moving on to the third stanza to find the middle 3 digits of our phone number, this one seemed to be the easiest for those of you who tried to get me to tell you if you were hot or cold. It makes reference to temperatures, specifically ones that aren't cool or even warm. The Fahrenheit means Fahrenheit, the measurement system of temperatures we use here in the US. To make one boil over means the temperature at which water boils, which, if we're using the Fahrenheit system, is 212 degrees. So, our middle 3 digits for our phone number are 212. The fourth verse, and the one containing our final 4 digits, is another verse, much like the area code one, where it's giving you 2 ways to arrive at the answer. It says, the last isn't Marvel, but another. The another referenced here for you comic book movie buffs is DC. It's the Pepsi to Marvel's Coke, if you will. If the Romans counted rhymes is a reference to Roman numerals, and in that number system, DC is the number 600. The final 2 lines of this verse also bring us to that same number. Harmon didn't hack it here, 'twas only done 9 times, is a nod to all of you baseball fans out there. Harmon Killebrew was a legendary Hall of Fame ball player for the Minnesota Twins who finished his career with 573 home runs. Only 9 players in baseball history were able to reach the 600 home run milestone, and Harmon wasn't one of them. So 600 is the number here, but that's only 3 digits. Aren't we looking for 4? Yes, we are. And here's where you just have to take the initiative and add a leading 0 in here. 0600. What we have now is a complete phone number, 628-212-0600. Now, some of you may be thinking, I don't want to call that number. What if it's wrong? What if it's someone enjoying their dinner or a business? If it makes you uncomfortable, then good. I want to knock you just a little outside your comfort zone, and if you dialed a few wrong numbers along the way in an effort to solve the puzzle, then you did well. Trying to text the number won't give you any clues, but you will still know you got it right, as you'll get an automatic response of... Calling the number brings you to the cold, hard realization that after all of your hard decoding work, this puzzle is just getting started, and this is not, in fact, the finish line.
Congrats. You've made it this far, but if you thought this game was over, you are sorely mistaken. Log into the following Google account and look for the next clue in the Google Drive. The username is the answer to puzzle number 1 plus the area code you just dialed at gmail.com. The password is what was in the treasure chest in puzzle number 2. Don't be a bad sport, do not delete or manipulate the contents of the Google Drive, please leave it for future players. Good luck.
Well, back to the drawing board. So now we're being asked to log into a Google account and look for a clue in the Google Drive. It's also asking us to go back to the prior puzzle solution videos for the information we need. If we go back to puzzle number 1, we know that the solution to that first one was overthinking. If we combine that with the area code we just dialed, we will get the user ID. But what about the password? We have to go back to puzzle number 2 for that, and if you go to around the 6:45 mark of the video, perhaps you noticed it the first time you saw this, that this was spelled pretty oddly, no spaces or anything. Or maybe you didn't think anything of it at the time at all. But here is our password. You just didn't know it yet. Logging into Google with this user ID and password will grant us access, and if you're familiar with Google accounts and how they work, you should have a pretty easy time finding the Google Drive. The only item in the drive is a funky looking doodad called a QR code. A QR code is short for quick reader code, similar to a barcode in that when it's scanned it provides information about a product or could lead you to a website. You may need to download a QR reader app for your phone to be able to decipher it, because unless your brain can do it for you, it's unreadable. Scanning this QR code leads us to this image file with one final puzzle on it. This last puzzle is a substitution cipher where one letter of the alphabet is substituted for another. The goal is to solve the cipher and email me the decrypted quote with the quote's author as the subject line. The quote, when solved, reads, "No one is so brave that he is not disturbed by something unexpected." The author, Julius Caesar. Only one person even got as far as cracking the phone number part of this puzzle. And once he did, actually worked through everything else and got the final answer emailed to me within about 20 minutes after that. It was quite impressive. So, I PayPal'd him a cool, crisp $50 for his effort. So that's it. Puzzle number 3 is now in the books. This was a fun one to put together. Puzzle number 4 is in the planning stages and will be another physical treasure hunt similar to puzzle number 2. I hope to have it ready by the second week in August. So, to my Minnesota friends, I hope you're ready. I'll be taking the $25 I didn't end up giving away and adding it to this treasure hunt as well. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please share and subscribe to my channel so you can participate in future puzzle videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all soon.